hi everybody. Hi, it's Janet here, and I'm just here to introduce this event tonight. We are now hopefully live in the group. I can't see anybody watching yet, but hopefully there'll be a few people jumping on as we go. If you come on and can hear me and see me, then let me know. That would be great. If there's anybody there. So yes, we have some people viewing. So can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know where you're listening from. Mandy, hi, good to see you. Henrik, hi, great to see you. Great to see you. So lovely to see you here. And I'm just here for a couple of minutes just to get the ball rolling. Wanted to make sure that everybody could see and hear. We are using StreamYard for the very first time. Now, it's not the first time I've used StreamYard, because I've done StreamYard with Empowered Dog, and I know some of you will be very familiar with it with Empowered Dog. But this is the first time we've used our StreamYard, so bear with us because it could all go really horribly wrong, or it could be beautiful and smooth. So we'll just wait and see how that happens. So brilliant. Great to see you all here. Hi, Susan. You can all hear and see me. That's brilliant. Okay, so as you've probably noticed, if you've been in the group for a while, you probably noticed that I've been a little bit absent, and I've been doing some other work. I've been doing some work with trainers over with Empowered Dogs, and I've also had quite a lot of family stuff going on. So I've been kind of a little bit out of it. And I decided because of that, because this is a kind of ongoing situation, I wasn't sure how much I was going to be able to do in the next few months myself. I decided that this was the time to bring on a team to be able to support the canine confidence community, to support the things that we want to do, and to be able to look after and give you guys the support that you need and the information that you need. And so I brought on the most awesome team, and I cannot tell you how excited I am that these guys have agreed to come and work with me, because they are just, every one of them is awesome. I absolutely love them all. And they are bringing together an enormous amount of experience, enormous range of experience as well. So not just experience in a narrow area, but experience across the board. And you're going to hear a bit more about that a little bit later on. And so these guys have been working behind the scenes to put together something which I think you are going to love. And we've decided that what we're going to do is offer this to you guys as because you're the community who's stayed with us. You're the community who've been here with me, for some of you, for many, many years. And so you get this. This is not being offered publicly to anybody at this point. It will be later, but it isn't now. So this is here for you. And the guys have been working behind the scenes to put this together, and it is incredible. I've just been looking at it. It is absolutely amazing. So I wanted to come on. I wanted to introduce you to the team. They are all awesome, as I say. And then I'm going to zip off into the background, and they are going to tell you about what they've been working on and take you through some things that you might find helpful. And then we're going to have a little coach's corner at the end, and they'll tell you a bit about that as well, what the significance of that is. So lovely to see you all. Wendy, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you, Wendy. Wendy's one of the people who's been here forever. Been here forever, and was one of my very early moderators in the first couple of You're Under the Lead. So lovely to see you. So with no more going on, I could witter on all day, and that's probably not what you're here for. So I am going to introduce you to the team, and hopefully we will be bringing them all on screen as I do that. So going to start off with my my core team. I've got 3 people who are doing some very specific roles, and I've got a group of coaches who are supporting that. So supporting in the overall teaching and coaching of students and so on. But then there's all the kind of back end, behind the scenes, sorting things out as well. So I've got specific people doing those sorts of things as well. So without any further ado, I think I've said that already, let's bring them in. So let's start off with Sonia. Sonia is here, relationship client relationship, chief cheerleader, looking after everybody in Canine Confidence. Sonia is awesome. If you haven't met Sonia, you'll hear more about her later. Catherine, come on in. Catherine is, I don't know what we decided to call you, our chief architect of what's behind the scenes. So Sonia's looking after the people side. Catherine's looking after all the back end stuff. Bring in Sonia as well. Put Sonia back on screen. Yeah, let's get the whole team up as we go. So Catherine is our systems and looking after things, making things work smoothly and all that sort of thing. It's putting a lot of pressure on, isn't it, Catherine? We've got then Matty. Bring in Matty. And Matty is here, and Matty is our chief storyteller, our pathfinder, who is helping to look after social media and make sure you know what is going on with Canine Confidence. So great to have Matty on board. Then we have Penny. Penny's one of our coaches. Yay, Penny's on. Penny's one of our coaches. Many of you will know Penny anyway. She's been around with, I say that sounds awful, doesn't it? She's been around a long time. I don't mean that like that, but you know, she's been in the group, I think, and doing stuff in terms of ACE and T-Touch and things. So Penny is here to support with coaching and teaching. Sam, bring in Sam. Sam, hi Sam. And some of you will know Sam from previous courses as well. So a lot of these guys have done courses. So some of you may have done courses with them as well. You may have been in their cohorts with them. But Sam is here. She does a lot of stuff with tricks, and she does stuff with scent work and all sorts of stuff. And she's going to be helping with the coaching and supporting a lot of the back end stuff. So what do we know? I'm not going to even talk about what you said that you were going to be called, the back end things. But yeah. And then we have Eleanor. Hi Eleanor. Eleanor, who's puppy expert. And Eleanor's one of our coaches, and it's great to have her here. Then we have Angie. Angie, hi. Angie is a separation anxiety expert, and she's another of our coaches. And then I think I saw Wendela had snuck in. Yes, Wendela's here too. Wendela's here, and she's a T-Touch practitioner. So she is here supporting us as well as a coach. And she is also a multilingual speaker. So if you need to be coached in French or Dutch or Spanish or rather than English, Wendela's your person. So this is the team. And aren't they amazing? Oh, and I'm also going to ask Michelle. Come on in, Michelle. Bring yourself in. Michelle is our background tech support. She is also supporting with design and things like that. So Michelle is also background. I mean, she's kind of like unofficially part of the team. So you can just get part of the thing. So anyway, it is Dawn. It is a fantastic team. I am thrilled with this team. We also have Nikki Burkett. Nikki Burkett is not able to be here because she's teaching. But some of you will know Nikki, and she does all sorts of stuff as well. And later on, Matty's going to run through some of the range of qualifications and stuff that these guys have got. And it is all inspiring. So this is a team. These guys are going to be looking after you. And I couldn't be happier. You are very, very lucky. Bringing a group like this together has been something that I've been wanting to do for ages, and it is so great to have done it. And as I say, I love these guys. So I am going to jump off, as are most of the team for now, and then they're going to obviously come back for Coach's Corner. But we're going to, Matty is, as our storyteller, is going to be leading a presentation telling you what is going on. So thank you so much for joining us, and I'm going to hand you over to Matty, and we'll take a minute or two while we let Michelle go and do the techie stuff behind the scenes to get the right people and the right things on the screen. Okay.
So hello. Yes, do you know what? You saw my post earlier today. I am so excited today to be here, to be telling you about the hub. And also not just telling you about the hub, we're going to be giving you, Janet mentioned, we're giving you 3 techniques which actually kind of mold into a fantastic strategy. There's some of our, when I say the team's favorite techniques to use out on walks to get yourself out of situations that can get sticky and also support yourself and your dog in calming. So there's going to be that, as well as the coaching corner, which is an opportunity for you to ask questions about yourself, about your dog, about overreactivity, about anything along those lines. You've got us, you've got this team here today to answer those questions. So, and obviously, like I said, I'm going to be telling you about the hub. I'm going to be giving you all the details, and I'm going to be telling you about those surprises. I think I've mentioned to a couple of you in some comments that we have some surprise bonuses going on, which, to be honest, are actually huge. Especially for you guys, just for the founders, in addition to being able to have the opportunity to be founders of this, we've also got some added special bonuses. So I'm going to be telling you all about that right at the end of the presentation. So yeah, and we're just going to get the presentation up, and we can start getting going. So I can tell you all about this, which, like I say, it's super exciting. The Canine Confidence Hub, it is a brand new membership, and it is a membership with a difference. You know, it really is. It's for you guys, and it's something. It's for you guys to thrive in, not just survive. And, you know, when we look at overreactivity, often it's about surviving. And that's not what we want. We want to thrive and really enjoy this journey. So, and here comes the presentation. So the hub is a vision, basically. It's a vision that's come out of, it's our vision. The reason why this vision has been born is because that's something else all the coaches and Janet as well, we all have in common, is that we know what it's like to live with a dog who overreacts, and we know how important the elements that we're putting into the hub are. So from that, we look at how, can we have the next slide, please? Thank you. So that's the why, because we all know how, and there wasn't this kind of thing around when we were first with our dogs, when we were struggling, when we were at that stage, and when we wanted to find something new. We were very fortunate that we found each other, and that we found Canine Confidence and came together. But we want to make something even better, all in one place for this. So if we can move on to the next slide. Okay, so the reason why, okay, so this journey, it can be lonely. It can be difficult. If we can have the next slide. Okay, and it can take time. Okay, and this is the thing, it is a journey, and it can be a bumpy journey, and it can be a massive learning curve. But the thing is, it doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be something that you're struggling with by yourself. Because quite often the people that you meet down the park, or your neighbors and what have you, they don't understand. And I'm not saying anything wrong with them. I didn't understand what it was like to have a dog that overreacts before I had one. It really is an experience that you have to live to understand. So that's why if we go on to the reason why, if we look at what we're doing, we're so focused on community in the hub. So yes, please, thank you. So this is why community is so important, to find your community. So it's a safe place to share, and to share your experiences, and to come together with other dog guardians to understand where you are. And also, I don't know about you, but I do believe so many people I've spoken to, and including myself, you know, when I got a dog as an adult, you know, I expected to be doing stuff with other dog people, and doing, even if it was just chatting to people in the morning in the park while we took our dogs for a walk in the morning, or going to activities. And, you know, and unfortunately, you know, my dog, the way she was, particularly at the beginning, made that very difficult. And so find a community somewhere else. And this is the thing, we can build our community, and this is an understanding community where it's a safe space and where we'll support you. You'll have your other guardians who understand, but also the coaches are going to be really involved in the community as well. And it's also the place, it's the center of the hub. And I'll explain a little bit more about that later, about what the other activities are going on in the hub and how the community fits in with that. But yes, and then so next, after the community, we'll be looking at you and your dog. So again, this is the other thing which I was mentioning there, is quite often, you know, there are lots of things you expected to do with your dog, and then it becomes a real focus on, oh, you know, my dog's overreactivity, and you're always, it becomes about that, and it's quite easy to lose sight of that you are just you and your dog. And sometimes it's just good to be and to have fun and to enjoy the journey. And that's where we've got the activities and the quests, and, you know, we've got just a place to be with your dog. So you can come and you can join in scent work. You can join in ACE free work. You know, you can join in all of these different activities. You can join in Real Dog Yoga. You know, we're going to have all of these things going on within the hub. So you can just do those things that, you know, you expected to be able to do and then you couldn't, and now you can. And so next we've got professional support. So, and this is where the coaches really come into play. So the coaches, we're going to be there in the community. We're going to be supporting you through the activities. We're going to be live, coming in live once a week, either for our coaching corner. We're going to have an example of what it is later. So that's, like I said, it's every other week, and then the other weeks will be live. We'll be supporting the activities that we're doing. And so if you've got any troubleshooting, want any advice, you just want to share your wins. And the thing with the coaching corner as well is that's completely non-judgmental. You can submit your question if you don't want to, you know, sort of come up and, you know, that's where you prefer to communicate. You can come in and you can speak. You can come along and just listen to hear about other people's experiences and other people's questions. It's however you want it to be. It's for you and it's your space. And then, yes, and again, with the activities, that's to support you through. It's not just a matter of, oh, look, here's a whole load of fantastic videos, and they are fantastic videos on scent work, for example, and just muddle your way through. No, we're going to be supporting you through that. You're going to be, you know, because every dog's different, every person's different. And, you know, if your dog has a special need or something, we can adjust that for you. We can support you in how to, okay, you know, we need to do it a little bit differently for your dog because of X, Y, Z. And that's fine, because we can do that. There's always a way to adjust it. And so next, we're going to be looking at how does this happen? So all these elements, I want to go into a little bit more detail. Oh, no, that's okay. You can carry on. So how does this happen? So firstly, if we go on to the next slide, I want to talk a little bit about the group activities. So like I said, these can be anything from doing agility pieces at home to, like I said, scent work, parkour, all different activities, basically. And they will run for 8-week blocks. So you'll do 8 weeks. So you won't just sort of get a taster, you'll get really into it. You'll also, the great thing about this is it's not just a fun activity to do, which in itself is brilliant, but it's also something that it's lovely to do something away from thinking about the overreactivity, but it will benefit that as well, because when you and your dog are having fun together and enjoy things, it increases your optimism, and increasing your optimism means that you are more resilient to deal with the difficult things when you do come across them, and the same with your dog. And also, when you do training activities, let's say you do 8 weeks of trick training and you're practicing those training skills for those 8 weeks, you will improve your training skills and your mechanisms for when you're doing the training, the serious training, the overreactivity training and all of that. And you'll actually improve them much quicker because you're doing it in a non-pressure environment, in a non-pressure thing where you're just having fun and you're not, you know, the outcome isn't a big deal. It's just for fun. So yeah, so that is the activities, and they, you know, they're going to be run by different coaches throughout the year, like I said, all year round. And the next thing we've got is the live coaching sessions. Like I said, these are going to be, well, there's the ones for the activities. So like I said, every other week we'll come together. If you've got any questions about the activity, anything, oh, you know, sometimes some of the activities are things that you could actually take out onto the road. We might be exploring that kind of thing. You can explore about how you do the activity specifically with your dog, if they've got a physical condition or something like that. So, you know, and it'll just somewhere to chat, or you can just share, yeah, you know what, I never knew that me and my dog could do this, and want to share it with people who will understand. That's brilliant. And so that's what we're going to be there. You can turn up, you're free to come every time you want. The other live coaching sessions are our coaching corner, and this is an opportunity for you to ask trusted professionals. So this, in my opinion, is massive, because when we have an overreactive dog, we get a lot of unsolicited advice. We get a lot of people coming up to us, talking to us about, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Your neighbor tells you should do this because they saw your dog barking at somebody when you were coming down the road. The person in the park tells you this. Somebody on Facebook tells you that. And it just becomes overwhelming and confusing, and you don't know where to go, where to trust. Like Janet mentioned, I'm going to be introducing more about these coaches and their qualifications and credentials. And believe me, trusted, ethical, professional advice. And that's where you will have a place that you can come to and you can get a clear answer without the confusion. So, And next we've got, oh, nothing's coming up. Thank you. So we have the resource hub. Now this is something you can dip into whenever you like, in and out, in and out. So this is like a library basically, but instead of being full of books, it's full of useful resources for you and your dog. So this could be anything from muzzle training to a systematic approach to doing your dog's nails in a way that is comfortable for both you and your dog. And the thing is, sometimes these things, you know, for instance, nail trimming. Nail trimming is actually, it's really important because if our dog's nails are too long, it can cause them pain and discomfort. Pain and discomfort is a massive thing with our overreactive dogs because it can really affect their behavior and then so on. But then we've got a dog who is maybe very sensitive about having their paws touched. So being able to access a resource that can guide you through being able to do this, where you can both feel safe and comfortable in doing this. And then again, this is not, these resources you can access, you can dip into, pick whichever you want, whenever you want. But again, you can come back to the community and you can ask the coaches, you can say, I'm working on this particular resource. You know, can you guide me through this? I'm a little bit lost here. I'm a bit confused. Or am I doing this right? Is this okay for me and my dog? And, you know, we can guide you and we can support you in that. And that's the thing. So it's not something, again, that you're just sort of left doing by yourself. It's something that will support you. Or you can just share how you're going with it. Or maybe, you know, somebody else in the community is asking about something and you can be like, look, I just used that resource the other day. It really helped me. And again, there'll be more and more going in there as time goes by. And that's the thing as well. You know, it'll just keep building up and you can just keep accessing what you need when you need it. And so next we have, oh, it's coming. So this is the private members Facebook group. So this is going to be the center of the hub, the community. Now, the reason we've chosen to use it on a Facebook group is because it's really accessible. Okay, so you can take a photo, take a video on your phone and you can immediately upload it. And you can say, look, this happened today. Or look, I just wanted to share this. Or this is what we've been working on and look how far we've come. And you can share it in the group straight off like that. You can also set the notifications. You can dip into the group whenever you feel like it. It's just a really, really accessible way. You guys all know that, I'm sure, because you're all watching this in Facebook now. So that's why. But it's only for hub members. Nobody else will be allowed to come in, and it will be a safe space for all of you. And again, like I said, the coaches will be active in there. So you'll have lots of support in there as well from Guardians Who Understand and from the coaches. And next we have, there's a lot going on here. So we have the quests. So the quests are fun little challenges to help you move from basically from the threat to challenge mindset. That's things you can do out and about with your dog. And again, you can bring them back. You can work through them as quickly or as slowly as you want. We'll be doing them regular for the while. And again, there'll be in there and you can access the previous ones as well. So if you want to come back and you saw one, you didn't have time to do it at that time, or you weren't sure about it, if that was appropriate for you at that particular time, you can come back to it as you've progressed and you think, oh, that quest was perfect now. And that's the same with the group activities as well. They will all be there for you to access. So you can access the group activities that happened sort of the previous one, or if you want to re-access one because you had so much fun with it, you can access it then. And you can still ask for support for all these things, even if they're not the thing that is currently running in the hub. You can still come and say, oh, I'm doing this activity that we did last year, I'm redoing it, and can you give me some advice on it? Yes, of course we can. There's absolutely no reason why not. And next we have, drum roll, it's coming, special events. And this one does want a drum roll. So with our special events, Janet might be coming in and giving you a masterclass. We might be getting somebody from outside, another experienced person, to bring in their experience and knowledge and bring it to you. And this is all included. These are not going to be at some extra fee or anything. This is all part of the hub. And it might be something like a Christmas party. So we'll be having lots of these going on throughout the year. So this is going to be really, really fun. And I think finally we're coming up on the slide with the special gifts throughout the year. Now, these gifts are actual real gifts, things you can hold. They'll be coming through your letterbox. So expect at least 3 things coming through your letterbox throughout the year from the hub. And yeah, we like gifts. So we want to give you gifts, and it'll be nice things. And there'll be things that will benefit and help you as well with you and your dog in this journey. So do we have the next slide, please? So now I'm going to introduce the team. we'll start, as Janice said, Catherine keeps things running smoothly. Like without Catherine, none of this would be working. So yeah, we've got massive thanks to her. But also don't worry, Catherine is going to be very active in the front of side of things as well. She will be in the community, she will be in the coaching corners, and she will be in the activity lives as well. So she's going to be, you're not going to miss out on her. Catherine is a T-Touch practitioner, and she is also a big fan of Bull Mastiffs. You can see Remy in the photo with her. She also has a very nervous Spanish rescue who has come along just phenomenally with her in her care. So yeah, she's lovely, Catherine, and she's going to be around a lot. So, and then next we've got Sonia is going to appear very soon. Sonia. So Sonia, and you can see Sonia and Harry. As Janice said, Sonia is the supporting you guys in your guiding you through the hub and the relationships and everything. And now you're going to see me looking down for a minute now, because I am having to look at people's what all their qualifications, because like I said, there is well, I think Janet said there's a great big, such a versatile range of things. I can't actually remember everything. And Sonia and Harry, and I'm saying it because they've done so much together, have such a massive list. Now, Sonia is a certified Control Unleashed instructor. She is approved clicker training instructor. She is a certified trick dog instructor. She is an approved canine behavioral instructor as well, amongst other things, actually an ascent work instructor. And there's quite a lot more going on there, actually. But if I were to sit here and read all of Sonia's stuff, we'd be here all night talking about her and Harry, which we could do because she's fantastic, but we have to carry on. So next we have me. So you might have gathered that I'm the storyteller. I've always got something to say, so this is why I'm out here talking now. I'm also a behavioral counsellor, and this is me with my dog Aisha, who is a Romanian rescue. And yeah, that's pretty much me. And next we can introduce all of the coaching team. So firstly, we have Nikki, who can't be here at the moment, as Janice said, because she is so dedicated to the dogs she works with. She's working with them at this time in the evening, and she really is very dedicated. So she is a Hoopers instructor. She is a member of the Institute of Modern Dog Trainers. She is also an approved dog trainer at the Dog Training College. She is a member of the Pet Professional Guild. And again, she's got quite a few other things down on my list as well. She lives with her 2 rescue dogs, and yeah, and I think some other people, but yes, she's wonderful, and you will be seeing her in the community. So she will be coming in. So you'll get to meet her more then when you join. And next we have Sam. Okay, so Sam is an Absolute Dogs Pro trainer, and she is also a stunt work instructor as well herself. Fun fact about Sam and her dogs. Sam has a dog, and this confuses me. Sam has a dog with the same name as me. One of her dogs is called Matty. So sometimes she mentions something about Matty, and I'm thinking, I didn't do that. That wasn't me. And she's actually talking about her dog Matty. But but yes, so Sam is a wonderful trainer, and really caring, and just really supportive, to be honest, as well, human being. And she has done, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm looking down because I'm looking at all her things. She's done loads of things, including working on separation anxiety, and she's done the puppy lab with the School of Canine Science. And yeah, again, a great big long list of things that she's learned so she can support other people. And next we have Penny, who, oh, Penny, where's your picture? There we go. There's Penny. Penny and her dog Mia, her lovely poodle. So Penny is an ACE Advanced tutor who, and this I really appreciate knowing Penny, just because I can bend her ear about these things. So that's amazing. She's also a T-Touch practitioner. She is a member of the Association of Pet Dog Trainers. She's a Waggett Games certified instructor, a Real Dog accredited trainer, and again, amongst other things, she's got more on this list as well. yeah, so Penny is a really a massive asset to our team. And like I said, like personally for me, I get to ask her questions. She's an asset. And then next we have Eleanor, I believe, or is it Wendler next? Wendler. Hello, Wendler. Now, Wendler, as Janet mentioned, Wendler is multilingual, which so it means that if you have any of those languages, Dutch, Spanish, French, and if English isn't your first language, and they are, and you feel you can express things easier in your own language, we have Wendler on the team to support you in that. Alongside being a T-Touch practitioner, she is also a certified dog trainer in Spain and Holland, and a certified assistance dog trainer too. So again, another massive asset to our team. And next we have Eleanor. Eleanor is... her picture is coming very soon. There it is. Yes, perfect. Again, she is an Institute of Modern Dog Trainers certified trainer as well. She is also an ABTC registered animal training instructor. She is a Hoopers instructor as well as being the puppy expert out of our team. So again, another fantastic asset to our team. And yeah. Next, we have... oh, what's coming up next? We have Angela. That's who we have. Angela graduated from the Victoria Stilwell Academy with a distinction, which is no mean feat, to be honest. And she is also a pro separation anxiety trainer, which is really an important aspect to be able to support on separation anxiety, because that can... when separation anxiety alone is challenging, overreactivity alone is challenging, but the combination of two, having somebody who is able to support on both is so significant. And now something I didn't mention about everyone, all of the coaches, all of the hub team, we are all You're Under the Lead approved coaches. So this means we've all worked with and done professional course with Janet in order to be able to achieve the badge that's over there. So yes, so that's that is the team, and the team is fantastic. And I'm hoping and I'm looking forward to when you get to all know them better, and just beyond photos, but when you're jumping on lives with them and when you're in the community with them. So next, okay, so what happens in the hub? So now I'm going to be giving a little bit of a taster about what's actually going to be going on in the hub and what it's going to look like. So we can go on to the next slide. So you get to have fun and join in activities with your dogs and with other humans. So this is a little taster of what one of our activities, the 8-week block activities, is going to be. So if we can go on and play this video, please. Oh, the video doesn't want to play. Let's just give it a little minute, and hopefully it will come back to us, because it's such a fantastic video.
Hi, I think we're having a bit of a streaming issue here with the video.
Yes, it does look like it, doesn't it?
So let me just see if there's anything that we can do. I might just stop the share and start it again and see if that helps.
Yes, a bit of resetting might help.
Bit of resetting. So, and while I'm here, I can also apologize to everybody for my fudging of not getting the things on the right moment, because I'm kind of Patty's saying, and now we can have the next slide, and I'm clearly kind of hitting the wrong button and things like that. So anyway, let me just whip through and see if we can get back to that and see if that video will play. I am in Devon. Hang on, that's okay. Let me share the screen again and see whether that will work. Okay, are we seeing it? Yep. You show. We are too many to watch it at the same time for the video. That's quite possible. We can post it later, but. Has it stopped or is it finished? No, it's stopped.
It was, yeah, that's just a very short one.
Oh, it's a short clip. It's a short clip.
That's
okay.
just a very short clip, yeah.
You get to see it twice now. And you're going to explain what this is as well.
Yes, so.
Yeah, perfect. I shall jump off again.
So this little clip is from what's going to be one of our, well, it's going to be our first 8-week set of activities where we are going to be basically anything with a box, and it's going to be a Christmas box, and that can be, it could be literally anything. So we're going to be teaching you to do tricks with the Christmas box. We're going to be teaching you to create enrichment with the Christmas box. It's whatever's good for you and your dog, and we're going to get to share this, and we're going to get to learn lots of skills, and not just sort of, oh, you know, just do these tricks. We're going to teach you how to teach your dog to do those tricks, so you can learn again, like I said, those really essential training skills that come with that as well. And it's really fun as well, Christmas. So we're going to be having lots and lots of fun with Christmas boxes. And that was, as you could see, that was Sonia and Harry. Harry bringing things into the box. So he's filling the Christmas box with presents. And then we had Penny and Mia going round a box, and which was very cute and very happy times, I can see. And then we had Sam, and I believe that was Matty in the box spinning, and also and Catherine and Remy, of course. Remy, we had a lot of discussions about Remy's size of box, because Remy is a big dog, but Catherine finally found her a box that she could fit into and get in, so it was lovely, absolutely lovely. And this is the kind of fun. So, and also you'll get to decorate the box with your family, and it's just good fun. It's good fun to have while learning new skills, and that's what it's all about. And so I think we can move on to the next slide, and hopefully this is a video as well. Well, in a minute it's a video as well. So so if we move on, so for this one, okay, I am going to be asking Sam to jump in a sec. We can go on to the next slide. So like I said, in the hub, you're going to also learn practical techniques. And so this is a top tip to get back to safety. If we can go one back, Janet, please. And I just want Sam to come up now and just say about how powerful this technique, the 1, 2, 3 pattern game, is.
Hi everyone. Hi. So we're going to look at a video on the 1, 2, 3 treat pattern game. And pattern games are wonderful for our reactive dogs. When a dog has got some sort of stability there with the pattern, they do very well. And this is a very basic game, but really effective. And Sonia's got a wonderful video here demonstrating it, but I'm just going to give you a couple of uses. It's brilliant for getting your dog from A to B on the move, going past distractions, or going through crowded places like vets, waiting rooms, where you might have all sorts of animals, cats, other dogs. So getting them through there. Can also be used to regain the dog's focus. And one thing that I really like using it for as well is if the dog has got a little bit over aroused, is by doing it calmly can bring their arousal back down and get them back into a place where you can continue. So that's just a little bit about it, and you're going to watch a lovely video of Sonia showing you how to teach it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good boy. Super. 1, 2, 3.
Wonderful. I hope that was coming clear enough through for everybody. And next, like I said, 1, 2, 3 pattern game is a fantastic technique. It's one of our favorite techniques as a standalone technique. But this is actually a combination, putting 3 techniques together to create a strategy for you. So you know what they say about putting your oxygen mask on first. They say that on a plane. And the reason they say that is because you can't help anyone else if you haven't got your oxygen mask on, if you haven't helped yourself first. And the same thing applies when we're out and about with our dogs. So the next technique is a breathing technique, and it's box breathing. And the video will show you exactly how to do it. And it actually features our coach, Angela. And if you do want to breathe along and let us know how it feels in the comments, and if you follow the video, the bit with Angela shows you how to do the technique. But if you can help yourself,
respiration, and can help you respond rather than react to situations. The key is to inhale slowly through the nose and exhale noisily through the mouth. Box breathing is one of the easiest and most effective breathing techniques. It is used by the US Navy SEALs, so works well in pressured situations. Imagine breathing around a square or a box. Breathe in slowly through your nose to a count of 4. Pause to a count of 4. Breathe out noisily through your mouth to a count of 4, and pause again for another count of 4. Adjust the speed of your count so that it is comfortable for you. Repeat until you feel yourself calming. You can manage your own response and help yourself to stay calm by practicing deep breathing regularly so it comes naturally whenever you need it.
So yes, and it's such a powerful thing. It's so simple, but it can bring you down, because let's say if you've got into one of those situations like Sam was saying where your dog is over aroused, they tend to be a bit of difficult situations maybe that can be awkward for you. And when you use the 1, 2, 3 treat pattern game to get yourself to a place of safety, you can still feel unsafe. You can still feel yourself quite aroused in the sense of anxious and worried, the same as your dog. So before you help your dog, you can bring yourself down as well and bring yourself feeling into a better place. And then the next thing is we've got a lovely video coming up, how to help your dog. But I'm going to ask for Penny to come up and introduce this video, as it's a T-touch technique. And as she's a T-touch practitioner, she's going to be telling us how powerful it is.
Hi. Yeah, this technique is it's something that's really easy to do, really helps to bring focus and connection, and will help to calm your dog. It's really useful if you're out and about with your dog and the dog gets stressed or has a bit of a meltdown. You can just use this. All you need is your hands. You don't need any special equipment. So I think that's all you need. We're going to see how to do that in the video. I don't think we need anything else there. It's just, like I say, it's just a really simple technique. You can just use anywhere with your dog just to help to bring them back and calm them down if they've got a bit stressed when they're out.
Fantastic. Thank you, Penny. Let's see this video then, which also features you, doesn't it? It's you and Mia.
It does, yeah.
The zebra or zigzag T-touch is a slow sliding touch which you can do along the length of the body from the shoulder. You can do this when your dog is standing, sitting, or lying down, so it is a useful one to use both at home and on walks. Most dogs enjoy it and find it calming. Place your hand on your dog's shoulder with your fingers together. Slowly slide your hand down towards your dog's elbow, opening your fingers a little as you go. Slide back up, bringing your fingers back together in a raking motion. Continue like this, sliding your hand up and down along the body in a zigzag action. You can do the zebra T-touch on both sides of your dog. You can do one side first and then the other, or you can do one, cross over the spine, and do the other all the way along.
Wonderful. Okay, so those 3 techniques used in combination, if you're having a bit of a struggle, you use the 1, 2, 3 treat to get yourselves physically somewhere where you can then calm yourselves down. And it really is effective, because then you're able to then move on, whether that means, okay, let's just go home now because that was a bit difficult and we can go and chill, or just carry on with your walk, depending on what the situation is and how it's going. But it really having these things available to you to use and pull out when you need to, there's such good techniques to use in combination. And now we are going to have our coaching corner, like I described earlier. So we are going to bring some of the coaches back into the room, and we are going to be putting up any questions that you have, so we can answer them. So if you've got any questions, do pop them in the chat. So, have we got any questions coming in?
Not at the minute. I think people are busy typing.
Okay. I'm just impatient, aren't I? I'm too excited today. That's the problem.
Well, it's all very exciting, and thank you. I just wanted to say, while we're waiting for some people to come and ask their questions, and it can be questions about the hub. It can be questions about anything that you've heard about. It could be questions about something that's going on for you right now with your dog. So, ask any of those questions. But I just wanted to say thank you, Matty, for taking us through that. And as I say, apologies for a few of the technical hitches, which were on my end. So, I'll take that on the chin. But I think it's gone really well for our first time of doing this as a group. So we're now getting some questions in. So I'm going to jump off and let the guys do the questions. You can always call on me if you want me to answer a question. Feel free. If anybody's got questions for me, I will jump in. Okay.
Oh, we've got a question from Susan. Will the hub events, etc., be at a regular time each week? Who would like to get this one?
I'll answer that. It's going to be 7 p.m. UK time. It's going to be the activity coaching sessions, and on alternate weeks, 7 p.m. on a Tuesday is going to be the Q&A session. So pretty much every Tuesday, 7 p.m. UK time, then we will be having the Zoom sessions. We're going to stream it into Facebook as well. So if you don't want to join in the Zoom session, then you can always just hop into Facebook, and we'll keep an eye on the comments and for questions and stuff in the Facebook group as well. So it's quite handy that, if you can't get onto Zoom, you can still watch us through Facebook and ask your questions. So those will be the coaching sessions. The events will happen. The activities will be every 8 weeks. You'll get a new activity. And then the Perfect Partner quests, they'll be regular throughout each month. You'll get a new one of those as well. So, yes. And we will constantly be putting new resources into the hub area, the resource hub area as well. So hopefully that's answered your question, Susan.
Elaine, this is a great question. Where's it gone? It was there a minute ago. Are all the techniques and exercises suitable for a dog who has elbow dysplasia? You'd like to jump in on that one?
I'll take that.
Well,
yeah.
Go on.
Sorry, I was going to say that there are going to be things in there that you perhaps wouldn't want to do with your dog, but there's equally going to be lots that you can. For example, in the Christmas box challenge, there may be some of the things that the dogs are doing that wouldn't be suitable, but there is also going to be a huge selection of them that are. So it would be a matter of just picking and choosing what was actually suitable for your dog. And as always, if you needed any advice as to what was suitable or not suitable, then absolutely reach out to us and we can give you advice.
Great. Henrik, can you describe this 1, 2, 3 technique once more? Who would like to do the 1, 2, 3 pattern game? Well, I'll take that one. So the 1, 2, 3 pattern game is a great technique. It's a great skill. It's from Leslie McDevitt's Control Unleashed. And it's just such a great pattern from getting your dog from A to B. So if we need to get them past something that they might be worried about, or say past a car park or through a door or going somewhere. And basically to get started, all you're doing is conditioning the word to mean free. That means a yummy treat is coming. So all we do is start by conditioning the word free, and the dog gets a lovely yummy treat. And we just repeat this a few times. Then we just add in the number 2. So it'd be like 2, 3, add a treat, and just repeat that a few times. And then we just add in our 1. So we end up with a sequence of the 1, 2, 3, and the dog gets the yummy treat. And then once we've got that, and the dog, when they hear the free, they kind of expect the treat, and they're kind of so excited because my treat is coming. Then we can start to add movement into it. But like everything we do, if you just practice it at home first, just build up the skill, build up the techniques, and then into your garden, and then you can start taking it out and about. So I hope that answers your question, Henrik. Elaine, will everything have closed captions, please? Really mutton, Jeff. Will we have closed captions?
Can I jump in on this one? Can I jump in on this one? We can do that. We can absolutely do that. It is possible to do that. As you'll see on the Facebook group, we've got closed captions going at the moment. We run the hub in Kajabi, which allows us to put closed captions onto videos. So they can be added. I don't think they're there for all of the videos that are up there right now, but they can be added for all those videos. So we can certainly will be aiming to do that. A lot of the videos do have closed captions already, and some will we can add them, but we can also add them on YouTube as well. So if that is something that you will need to be able to access things, then we can certainly do that for you. Sorry, I jumped in because I don't think anybody else knows the technology of the back end of the thing well enough to answer that question. Okay, I'll jump out.
Thank you. Oh, Helen, this is I feel your pain on this question. Harry's suffered with fireworks as well this year. It's not been really good. So following this year's fireworks season, our rescue dog has been left so stressed that she doesn't want us even looking at her. We lure her into the garden twice a day to toilet. The rest of the time, she hides in various dens in the house. Apart from time, space, and the tastiest treats, do you have any more tips for us? And is the hub going to be a good fit for rebuilding trust? Thanks. Helen, I do feel your pain with this one. Who would like to take this one?
Penny, is that a good question for you to answer with the ACE?
Yeah, I was going to say with ACE. I'm just looking at the question again. Get that up on here. I really sympathise with you because it's absolutely awful. The fireworks this year were awful, absolutely awful. Yeah, with ACE free work that will be covered in the hub. That is a really brilliant way of helping your dog to decompress and get back to a base level where you can then start building layers on it as well. And we're all here to support in the hub as well, so you'll get all sorts of support on there. Yeah, I'd say the hub would be a great fit for rebuilding trust there. And it's maybe not even a case of rebuilding trust with you, although we do talk about relationship a lot and building on that. It's really trusting the outside world, isn't it? Because it's been such a scary place. So yeah, slowly, but there'll be masses of resources in the hub, I think. I don't know if anybody else wants to jump in and talk about some of the other techniques that we know.
I would just like to add something to that. Something else is that obviously a lot of dogs have suffered from it this year. So we can absolutely look at putting strategies in place and techniques so that they're in a much better position to cope next year, or even over the new year with Christmas or New Year fireworks. So that's definitely something that we can cover.
I think, yeah, you know, we could look at something specific, couldn't we, over an 8-week sort of task to cover specific things to do with fireworks and you know, seasonal sort of scary things going on, because it is awful for dogs, really. You know,
I think, just as a kind of sneak preview, we have kind of planned out the next 12 months roughly about what activities are going to be coming up, and September, October is definitely going to be a kind of T-Touch Ace fireworks preparation activity. So yeah, it's definitely going to be there in time for November the 5th. So I hope that helps answer that question as well.
But there'll be stuff in intermediate, you know, in the hub as well, won't there, that will help before then? Yeah,
definitely. I'm trying to show, hang on, there we go.
Lovely. I have a friend who, I have a friend who has a reactive Doberman cross. She isn't a trainer. What would the cost be for her to join? And I think, Matty, you might be covering this later, are you?
Yes, yeah. So I'm going to be talking about the bonuses and the cost very soon, actually. So I'll cover that then. In terms of her not being a trainer, the hub is for guardians. If you happen to be a trainer who is also a guardian of a dog who overreacts, you are more than welcome, but you certainly do not have to be a trainer to be part of the hub. Yeah, I hope that answered your question.
Lovely. My dog who became reactive after an attack is slowly getting less so. However, if a dog comes up to him directly, he'll still attack. Will he ever revert to the dog he used to be? You would like to take that one?
I can answer that.
Thanks, Matty.
Yeah, it's very difficult to say in terms of you know, just sort of without sort of knowing more. But also the thing is, remember, all living beings are always moving on and changing. The reality is every day your dog is different, we are different, and we never revert back to who we were. Our experiences and everything mold us, but we can always put things into place to make things easier and make things happier. And it's not to say that he can't make progress to not do those behaviors. I'm not saying that. It's just that we support the dog that we have now. So all of us are always changing, including our dogs. And we look at the dog in front of us and we can support that dog and travel that journey with that dog and support them to the best outcome for them. I hope that makes sense.
That was beautifully answered, Matty. Oh, what's the question?
Yeah, no, it was Janet. Janet was...
Bear with me. Have you got it?
Yes, I have. Catholic. Oh no, we're back to Janet again.
I don't know why my question keeps jumping up. It wasn't a question. It was answering a question. I was just saying that we have had in previous courses and things with the current coaches, we've had dogs with a whole range. This was going back to the elbow dysplasia, really, and just to say that a lot of the activities we do are they're scaled. They can be scaled, as I think was said. They can be scaled to different dogs, to different abilities, and that goes for people as well. So it's not always the dog who can't quite manage to, you know, move around quickly or bounce about and do things. It's not always the dog that has those issues too. So we have had dogs and people with different levels of ability in different areas, and we can adapt things. That's the joy of having a big group of coaches that have got different experiences, can bring those ideas, and we can brainstorm stuff. So if you've got a dog who has particular issues and perhaps you've not managed to be able to do stuff with them before, then yeah, absolutely, you can do the things, because we'll sit down with you, we'll work out what will work for your dog. And I don't know if Angela's on here, Angela, who with Jack, but she was did fantastic work with her blind collie in our previous membership, and he did amazingly in scent work, and it was
yoga. He does yoga every day,
and yoga and real dog yoga. So you know, we can absolutely deal with those things. So I don't know why that comment kept coming up, but I thought I'd better jump in and say,
I thought it was quite relevant, Janet.
Are there any more real questions?
Last one.
Oh yes, last question.
Oh,
there was the foundation one. Yes.
From Kathleen, what is the foundation of helping overcome a dog's fear of the outside world? That's a great question, Kathleen. Who would like to take that one?
Oh, I'm happy to if nobody else is. So again, it will depend on the dog, but the foundation is about building a feeling of safety, and how you achieve that is by taking your time and going at your dog's pace. Again, we've mentioned ACE-free work. That's a really significant tool in our toolbox that we can use to support dogs in building confidence and being able to feel safe with environmental things without bringing them out into the environment. So yeah, it is safety, a feeling of safety. So even though we may know that our dog is safe, they don't feel safe. And so that once we have that addressed, then we can start building up on everything else, because when that isn't addressed, our dogs will be in a state where they're just trying to get to safety. They're just trying to survive. And when you're in a survival state, it's very difficult to thrive, and it's building up on those things to thrive, to build up, to bring them to a place where they can start feeling safe and feeling more confident and feeling braver in the outside world. So yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Thank you, Matty. Henrik, how much training of the human is needed when you train a reactive dog? Well, that's a good question. I usually train them 50 to 50 in my practice, 50-50. Who's going to take this one?
I think, yeah, I mean, you know, 75 human, 25 dog, maybe. I don't know. I think it kind of depends on the individual person to start with, and how much experience they've had with dogs throughout their life, how much experience, knowledge they have about dog training and behavior and body language, all of that kind of thing. And then obviously you've got the dog itself. Dogs are normally brighter than we think, and are much cleverer, and so they normally pick things up pretty quickly. And I definitely found that with my latest dog, is that she's much quicker and cleverer than I am. So I had to up my game a little bit to be able to train her properly. So so yeah, it's you know, it depends. It's one of those T-Touch question answers. It depends, which I always love. But yeah, hopefully that helps you, Hendrik.
Yeah, I would say.
Oh, sorry,
Matthew, go on.
Yeah, just wanted to jump in and say another thing. Quite similar when we have dogs who are overreactive, we kind of get stuck in the same thing as them quite often, where we get to a point where we're sort of on survival. You know, we get anxious about walks, we panic at, you know, the sight of somebody carrying a shopping bag because it might be a dog, and things like that. So actually a lot of the part for me working with the human is actually bringing them as well to that feeling of safety, and that's a massive part of me why when I saw Janet was doing her pro course and why I did it, and why I'm so proud to have that badge, is that I can support in those techniques to enable her to, you know, to enable people to start to feel safer, and that then impacts on how they are with their dog as well. So not always necessarily training the human, but working with the human to support them in the same way we support the dog. So yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I was going to say same thing. Sorry, I was going to say same thing. Really, you know, it's coaching the person so they've got the skills to train their dog, but also giving that person the confidence they need, because it can be so stressful having a reactive dog, as we all know.
Absolutely. I think that anybody who's worked with me or followed me in any of my groups or read my book, You're Under the Lead, will know that my priority in working with any dog is working with the partnership, working with both ends of the lead. And the reason I've chosen these guys to be part of my team and to work to put together this hub is because they all get that too. So they all get the fact that this is not about it's somebody's fault. Of course not. It's not that it's the person's fault. It's that when we get ourselves in the right place, when we sort our own mindset out, when we learn the skills ourselves that we need, then we can help our dog. It goes back to the oxygen mask. We've got to sort ourselves out first. These guys get that. They know that. They're all Yellow-proof trainers, which means they've been through this program with me, which means that they know all about how to teach this, to deal with this, and to help people to move forward through the blocks that are stopping them being able to support their dog. And yeah, it's a great question. It is really, for me, it's the crux of the matter when it comes to reactivity. The human, the missing bit that we don't talk about enough, in my view, that it's about us. It starts with us. And that is going to be this, what I'm really excited about for this community is it's going to be a focus on both ends of the lead. It's going to be about focusing on training your dog, absolutely, but also making sure your dog is well, making sure your dog is comfortable, your dog is relaxed and calm, making sure that your dog is being the best they can be, but also making sure you can be the best that you can be, that you have all the skills you need and the support you need. And that is the sweet spot, getting both sides of the lead, both ends of the lead supported. So I think this is a great opportunity. It's a great team. And thank you so much for all your questions. And what I was going to suggest is that we move on now to, because I'm conscious of time, and just move on to talk about the practicalities, how people can get access to the hub, what we're offering to people for founders, because you guys are what we call founders. You guys are here because you are already in our communities, because you're already part of our wider community. And therefore, we are able to offer this to you first as the first group. You're the first group coming into this. Nobody else is going to get this. So, you get the chance to mold it. You get the chance to come in and bring the things that you would like to see in there, and we can adjust it to you. So you get to be in there before anybody else, so that you are able to really make it what will work for you. So what I would suggest is that, are we going back to Matty for this bit? Matty?
I think so.
Okay.
I think
so Michelle, would you be able to take the rest of us out and bring in the presentation? Okay. Oh, before I go, if there are any more questions, I've noticed a couple of extra questions coming in later in the thing. We will jump into the comments on this live later on, and we'll answer your questions there. So if you've got other questions and you're not watching live, just ask the questions in the comments, and somebody will jump in over the next few days. But we've obviously got to be able to move on, otherwise we'll keep you here all night, and I know you've probably got other things to be doing. All right, I'm going to hand back over to Matty. Thank you, Matty.
Okay, brilliant. So you're back. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. So this is about the bonuses, right? So this first bonus is massive. Now, why I say this is massive, so I think when I introduced myself in the group, I said that how I first got to know Janet was I came to her when I was struggling with my own dog, and the course that I did that was pivotal for me and my dog was her You're Under the Lead course. And now that was the original version. This is the updated and improved version, which you are going to get if you buy annual membership by 8 p.m. on the 16th of November. You get this course, which normal price is $495. And so that is a huge, huge bonus. And so that's you get your annual membership and you get your end of the lead course. So yeah, it's just huge. So like I said, 8 p.m. on the 16th of November. Now, next we've got another bonus. It's coming. So this is everybody that signs up in the next 48 hours. So that is by 8 p.m. UK time on the 13th of November, gets a bundle of 4 of Janet's webinars. And this is a normal price of £150. You'll get the ACE Essentials webinar, which is an introduction to animal-centered education. You'll get the Reframing Our Thinking, which is about how to shift your mindset, really relevant to what we were just talking about there. You'll get the Mindset Matters, and this is how games can help you and your dog. And you'll get the Safer Walks, which is helping you to achieve calmer walks. And so you'll get those bundles. So that is everyone that signs up in the next 48 hours. So by 8 p.m. on the 13th of November. And lastly, finally, but not least, we have what we call a golden ticket. So this is everyone that signs up in the next 24 hours. So that is by 8 p.m. UK time on the 12th of November, will get entered into a prize draw, and one lucky person will win a year's free membership. And you just get that for signing up in any way or form in the next 24 hours. You get the opportunity to win a free membership with our golden ticket. So there are bonuses. And next, I'll tell you about what the membership fees are. If we can move on to that slide. So as we keep saying, this is Founders. So this is happening only for a limited time. Now, the Founders monthly membership is £337 plus VAT, and the annual is £370 plus VAT. If you sign up as a Founders and you stay a member, you will keep this pricing. It will be going up when it gets opened up to the public, but it won't go up for you provided you stay as a member. And as you can see, with the annual membership, you essentially get 2 months free. And yeah, so that's the pricing. And so now we can open it up again to some questions, if there are any questions. Yes, there we go. We've got any questions about the membership. If you've got any more questions about the membership and any details there that I've told you. And yes, I was going to say, if Janet can jump in, and Catherine has just shared the link there. Catherine just shared the link there.
So that is the link if you want to join us in the hub. That's canineconfidenceacademy.com/thehubfounders. You should go straight into the page that will let you choose either monthly or annual membership. And don't forget, for those annual memberships, you will get the Your Under the Lead course free. Now, that means that you get the Your Under the Lead course, which is actually worth more than the annual membership. You'll get that as well. So you're getting, you know, £800 odd worth of course and resource for half that price. And you get to keep that. So you get to keep that from your membership. Anyway, even as you go, because the membership is a subscription. Now, I just want to be clear about this, because this is something that sometimes people get confused about. In the membership, you will be subscribing. It's kind of like Netflix. You know, you sign up and you get everything that's in the membership at that time, and you get the stuff as it comes in new as you remain a member. If you stop being a member, you don't get access to those resources anymore, but you will keep the things that you have downloaded or the things that have been sent to you as gifts, things like that. So there will be things that you get to keep, but you don't get to keep previous back issues, if you like, any more than you would keep the films that had been on Netflix in the time that you were a member. So just so people are clear, it's a subscription membership, and that's why we can keep the price low. So that is those are the options. And so questions, it all sounds great. What is the maximum number of people in the group, please, Jen? That's interesting, Janine. I haven't actually thought about maximum numbers, and one of the reasons that I hadn't really thought about maximum numbers is that we've got so many coaches in this team that when I was dealing with stuff myself and it was just me, I tended to keep things quite small because I knew my limits in terms of being able to give people the support I know that people need and I want to be able to provide for them. And when for this membership, what I'm wanting to build is something that is bigger than that. Now, that doesn't mean bigger in the sense of just exploding so people get lost, because the reason we put this team together is so that people will be looked after. And one of Sonia's roles is to look after each individual that comes in, to make sure everybody has check-ins, to make sure everybody knows what is going on, that people aren't lost and falling through the woodwork and all that sort of stuff. So we've got a great team here. We've got a great team to support, and we will build a community. And one of the benefits of having a few more people in a community is that you get the benefit of not only the coaches, but you get the benefit of all the experience of all the people that are in the community with you. So that is the thing. So I'm not putting a limit on it. At this point, I'm not putting a limit on it. Obviously, if it gets really big, then we would put a limit on it. But at this point, not putting a limit on it. Let's have a look at some of the other questions. The annual membership, yes, it's paid as one payment. So you can pay monthly, but that's the monthly payment. So if you want to pay monthly and you just pay as you go, that's the £37 plus VAT. And if you want to pay upfront for a full year, then you get 2 months free. So that's the way that the pricing works. So yes, you can absolutely pay £37 a month and choose to stay for 1 month or choose to stay for 12 months. It's entirely up to you. Or you can stay longer than 12 months. You can stay for as long as you like. But if you want the annual membership, that's each year. And because you're paying up front for it, you get 2 months free and you get the great bonus as well. Sorry if this isn't no idiot questions at all. Is the You're in the Lead course a digital course book video? How does it work, please? Matty, do you want to come back in for this one? I feel like I've just suddenly taken over and I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so it's not an idiot question.
No, not at all. So the You're in the Lead course is it's an online course. So content, it's a lot of video content, including video talks by Janet. Also, you have sort of homework tasks to do, not homework, I don't like to say homework, that sounds not very good, tasks to do that can help you move on and as you go along the course. So yeah, it's so it's a practical course in the sense that you have what you go and do and you take it out and you use those techniques. And then there's also it's a really, really good course, particularly if you are interested in sort of going deeper, going that level deeper in the sense of getting to know what's going on with your dog and what's going on with reactivity and what's going on with you and your feelings with it, as well as having the practical side where it really, really is helpful and just makes a difference because you can put those things into place. And yeah, so yeah, that's the You're in the Lead course. I think I've done it justice, Janet. Tell me if I've missed anything out.
Yes, absolutely. And sorry, I keep messing about with the layout. You see, I told you this was going to look peculiar the first time we try it. They shouldn't let me have any hands on the technology because I just mess it up. Yeah, You're in the Lead. It's an online course and it is all available online. That one is all captioned. Every video on it is captioned, and it also has audio files you can download. It has notes that you can download, so transcripts of every lesson that you can download, and a few extra bonuses and stuff in there as well. It's a substantial course. Last time when I ran it, it ran over a year. It took me a year to develop, and it includes pretty much everything. I mean, you know, everything develops, you know, but by the time I'd finished it, it was pretty much everything that I had learned in my life about reactivity. It's a big course. It is not something you're going to do in a day, but it is something which is a great resource for you to have. So I would absolutely, this is an opportunity. It's currently selling at $495 plus VAT, and this is an opportunity for you to get it for free. So, you know, it's a really great bonus. If signing up, yes, VAT is added. So we use a bit of software which adds the VAT, the correct rate for VAT for your country. So if you're not in a country where, as a UK seller, we have to charge you VAT, you won't be charged VAT. So the prices that you see, the £37 is ex-VAT, it's excluding VAT. That VAT will be added for UK people, and it is it's basically going to be not added for anybody who doesn't get to pay VAT. Yeah, good question. Jean, What's in the Yale course that's different from Chaos to Connection? Oh, right. Okay. So this is where I get to dissect my courses. Okay. So Chaos to Connection, which will be coming back in, for anybody who doesn't know what that is, it will be coming back in the new year. We will be running a revamped version of Chaos to Connection. Chaos to Connection is our 8-week rapid fire, get you sorted and started on your path to resolving reactivity course. It's an 8-week course. It's pretty intensive. It includes one-to-one coaching. We get you going. We get you to deal with all the things that are coming up for you and your dog, and we give you the techniques to be able to move forward. So it's designed to be a short course that gets you really a big jump forward. The Reframing Reactivity course is the course I've been working on with Empowered Dog. It has some similarities in structure to the Yale course. Some of the lessons from that they're not the same as the Yale course, but they're drawn from parts of that. But the Yale course, the Your End of the Lead course, is designed for guardians. It's designed for people who are living with a reactive dog and who are dealing with that themselves, whereas the Pro course is designed for people who are teaching and training and supporting other people with their reactive dogs. And so there's a lot of stuff in the Pro course that is not in Your End of the Lead about dealing with clients and how do you run sessions and how do you do assessments and all those sorts of things. Clearly, there's overlap in the subject matter in all 3 of those courses because they're all talking about reactivity. So there's always going to be some things that are overlapping. But that's the main difference. Your End of the Lead is my, what I would say is if you are an enthusiastic pet dog own guardian, you know, if you've got your own dog, but you are what I would call an enthusiast, somebody who enjoys doing stuff with their dog, who wants to learn more about their dog, you will love Your End of the Lead. It's got a lot of background research. It tells you lots of things they wouldn't necessarily get and that you don't need to have in order to move forward with your dog in the way that we can with Chaos to Connection. But it goes into the depth. It tells you why. It tells you all the stuff. And if you're interested in that stuff, you will love it. So thank you, Jean, for that question.
Does that one come up?
Okay. Okay. So Janine again, I asked because I joined an academy as a founding member and it was intimate, as you've just explained, but it became so big it lost the intimacy of the group. Founding members supported one another strongly, but it got lost when it grew. So yeah, and that's something which we're all very conscious of, because one of the things that for me is really important in all of the courses. I mean, I've been running courses online now for 10 years at least. And they've always had community. Community has been one of the massive major parts of them. And the reason I picked these guys to be on the team is that they care about community too, that they care about people too. And one of the things that we know is really important is the support that you get. It's important to have that support, and that's always been, and anybody who's been in any of my communities in the past. And as I say, there are people in the comments here who were in my first Your End of the Lead course and have been in my communities ever since, because community is still important. And, you know, we are very conscious of that. That's all I can say. I'm not going to put numbers on anything because I don't think that's particularly helpful at this point, but I do recognize what you're saying. We don't want people to get lost. And so what we would do if things got bigger is we would find ways to make sure there was still that intimacy. And that might be subgroups, that might be pods, so that you've got extra support with the number of people who are looking out for you. It might be that you have a coach assigned to a group of people. So there are ways that we can do it with a bigger group. At the moment, it's going to be a small founders group. So yeah, I hope that reassures you, Janine. I absolutely am on the same page with you. Okay. Okay, Jane. Lovely to see you, Jane. Okay, so heading off, hungry teenager, yes. Thanks all. Sounds really great. Are you going to email us a link to join? So the link has been shared here, but we will absolutely share it in the Facebook post for this this session. We'll send an email out tomorrow, I believe. Matty, is that what we're going to do? Send an email out? Yeah. So there'll be an email. And we will make sure that you all get the opportunity to get that within the next 24 hours, because remember the bonuses. Matty, remind us of the bonuses and the timing for the bonuses.
Okay, so the next 24 hours, everybody who signs up signs up within the next 24 hours will be entered into the prize draw, our golden ticket to win a free membership, 3 years membership. And then the next 48 hours, anyone who signs up in the next 48 hours gets the bundle of the 4 webinars. And then anyone that signs up for an annual membership by 8 o'clock on the 16th of November will get the Your End of the Lead course. So they're the bonuses. So 24 hours to be entered into the prize draw, 48 hours to be getting the bundle of webinars, and by the 16th, yes, that's it. There you go. And that's got all the times as well. So it's all 8 p.m. UK time, because we've overrun, because this was, 8 p.m. But we like to talk, so it's okay.
I'm muted.
Yeah.
So these are the prices. So £37 a month plus VAT, which works out about £44.50, I think. And in the UK, if you're elsewhere, then it's whatever is the legal requirement. I don't know, to be honest. Don't ask me. I just send it to the software and it does it for me. So hopefully that'll be fine. Annual £370 plus VAT. So that is 2 months off for that. Plus the bonuses. And on the bonuses, they are cumulative. So if you buy an annual membership in the next 24 hours, you will be entered into the golden ticket. You will get the webinar bundle, and you will get Your End of the Lead. If you buy a monthly membership in the next 48 hours, you will get the webinar bundle. If you buy an annual membership in the next 3 days, you'll get Your End of the Lead. So you'll get whatever you qualify for, whether it's all 3, 2 of them, 1 of them, you will get what you qualify for from when you sign up. So yeah, that's lovely. Thank you, Jacqueline. Yes, Jacqueline has been very supportive, and you may even see her in some of our videos, but thank you, Jacqueline. And we've got some thank you, Mandy. Okay, so any other questions? Could we have a summary of it all? I hope that was a summary of it all. But yes, if anyone else has any questions, just jump in the group. We will be answering questions there on the call in the next, over the next few hours, 21, and perhaps not next few hours. We'll probably go off and have a drink to recover. But certainly tomorrow we'll be answering questions before the 24 hours is up. So if you've got any questions, do ask there, and we'll get an email out with a summary of what's available. But we hope that many of you will join us, because I'm really excited by this, and the team is running it. The team has put it together and they are running it, but I am going to be there and jumping in and doing special events and bringing in my friends to do special events. And I'm just really loving the fact that we've got all of this wealth of stuff together. I'm so excited about it. So hopefully you will be too. I'm sure you will be too. And that we'll have lots of you jumping in and joining us there. Okay, I'm going to hand back to these guys to sum up if there's anything else we need to sum up.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm going to put the link when we've finished the streaming. I'll make sure that link is somewhere obvious in the Facebook post, and maybe Matty will do a separate post just in case some people miss it, but we will sort that out. So don't worry if you've lost it in amongst the chat. We will make it obvious for you. Otherwise, though, I think we're a wrap, unless there's anything else.
Just put a question on the screen. Is it okay if you're a trainer to join and learn to support your own clients? Oh, of course it is. You're very welcome. I'm guessing. Is that right, guys?
Oh,
You don't
completely.
mind?
No, I'm passionate about these methods. The more people that get to experience these methods, the better. So if you come in as a trainer and you learn it and you take it out and you work with your clients with that, then yes, that's brilliant. That's where I'm at. So
Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's it. I think I just to thank everybody for coming and for sitting with us for over an hour and a half, and to being here and listening to the hub and meeting us, and to be here on our first StreamYard experience. So thank you for that as well. And so yes, all the love to all of you, and we will see you soon, I hope.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all. See you soon, and we hope to see you in the hub soon. I'm going to have to get my words, otherwise we're tripping over my words. Thank you all, and have a fabulous rest of the evening. And thank you, guys. Thank you all, for the whole team, for your contribution to this presentation, to the hub, to everything. And thank you to Michelle in the background, who's been keeping us from completely falling flat on our faces with the technology. The technology's only gone wrong when I've jumped in and done things, so that's a lesson. But yes, thank you all for everything that you've been doing, and we will see you in the hub, guys. All right, bye.
Bye.